April 16th and 17th, Monday and Tuesday. Happy birthday, Charlie Chaplin. He looked like a funny-looking man, but he made a big impact. And all of us know his name, that's about it. But we know that he was in films, and he came from the most difficult beginning. Welcome to Aries, Sun, Moon in Taurus. Not that he had that configuration. He was a pure breed Aries. He was a pioneer. He didn't take no for an answer. He kept pushing, and he stayed young, and he got banished, and he has such a great story. You got to look at his story. Charlie Chaplin. Makes me want to walk like a duck. The moon, however, is in Taurus, and it's saying to us, excuse me, let's all slow down. Take the big impulse of this pioneering spirit that doesn't take no for an answer, and let's apply it. That is a great business person. This combination of Aries, Taurus, they get so excited, but they follow through. Typically, Aries at their worst, they're very impulsive. They get super excited. They have all these ideas that they want to start this and they want to start that, but then they don't start it. Or they start it, they don't finish it. It's a better way to say it. If your moon's in Taurus and your sun's in Aries, you start things and then you follow through slowly and put them into place. That's a wonderful configuration. Now, we have this lovely Venus, I haven't talked about this, opposite Jupiter. If a baby were born with this, that would indicate someone who had a very lucky love life. You know how you meet some people and you think they met when they were 15? I just had this happen with a family member. By 21, they were married and they spent the next 60 years together and they had this great love affair. That's called Jupiter opposite Venus. That's called good karma. Some people come in with their partnership, it arrives, it's true love, they work through all the dynamics, they have hardship, but they always come back. That would be Venus in Taurus and Jupiter in Scorpio. Other people, it's quite the opposite. Their Venus may be squared. You've learned about this. Maybe tension. And that's what astrology teaches you, that the karma that you've been handed is not a bad thing or a good thing. Sometimes you've come in this lifetime to kind of cash in. Sometimes you've come in to work really hard. And you can't explain it, but what you can do is you can learn about it. This is the gift of astrology. And you know that I teach, I have a school. It starts not until September, but I wanted to tease you or give you some ideas that if you're interested in learning astrology, you can go to my website, deborahsilvermanastrology.com, and you can figure out what's the nature of your chart. How do I explain to you? Like in this situation today, we have the sun, Uranus, and the moon is one sign apart. So they're actually at what we call a stellium. The sun and moon are going towards a new moon. We just finished it, in fact, where it was dark out. Remember that? So now that we're in Aries, with this moon being darkened, and we have this incredible energy with Uranus sitting there, and this delicious Venus-Jupiter opposition, it's a really good time to ask yourself, how am I doing with my karma? This is a very Uranian question. How am I in love with my fate? Have I accepted what life handed me this life? Or am I arguing? For most of us, we argue. It's like, why don't I have the partner? Or why do I have this partner? Or why don't I have money? Or why do I have all this money? Whatever the storyline is, the grass is always greener on the other side, said the Taurus. But when you have, that's the moon in Taurus, slightly complains because they don't have as much as they think. But when you've got that sun in Aries and that Charlie Chaplin, go for it, keep going. It turns every single story into a gift from the gods of helping you fall in love with your fate. And that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you realize that you were not a mistake. That's what Aries is about. Pioneering, pushing through. He came through poverty. His mom was crazy. He had such a difficult childhood, but it didn't stop him from doing his dream. And nothing should stop you either. Astrology Answer said, Deb, give him a 1-2. Give him that little Aries. The sun, the moon, and Uranus are all standing together saying, you too can fall in love with your fate. It's just a thought away.